Long before European settlers made their way to North America, the indigenous Native American tribes occupied the land. To many of these tribes, the wolf was seen as a symbol of strength and courage. It was often believed that the ancestors of the tribes were descended directly from the wolves. Due to this belief, most Native American tribes would never hunt the wolf. Instead, wolves were looked to as relatives. Since wolves were able to be the top predator in their environment, their populations flourished, and it is estimated that as many as 2 million wolves roamed North America before European settlers arrived. Once European settlers arrived in the 1500s, the views towards wolves drastically changed. To the settlers, the wolf was a nuisance and something to be feared. Vicious wolf attacks were somewhat common in Europe at this time, so when settlers crossed the Atlantic, they brought their fear of wolves with them. It was the time of enlightenment, and man was seeing himself as the center of the universe. Land was now seen as something to be conquered, and then turned into wealth and power. Wolves seemed to stand in the way of this new idea. For centuries, the wolf was tortured without mercy. While trapping and shooting became common practice, so did live burnings and dismemberment. What happened to the wolves in North America was unlike anything else. By the 1940s, the wolf had almost been completely eradicated due to the excessive hunting. Numbers were down to the few hundreds, and in some areas, wolves were no longer even present. If it had not been for the efforts of one man, the trend could have continued and the wolf we know would be gone. The year was 1894, and Ernest Seton was a British-born bounty hunter who was given the task of hunting and killing the infamous wolf named Lobo. Locals claimed that Lobo had the ability to evade death and avoid any trap that was set for him. Lobo proved to be an adversary for Seton as well. Poison bait was left untouched, as well as numerous traps, and the hunt was now lasting months instead of weeks. Finally, after watching Lobo mourn the loss of his mate, Seton began to have a change of heart. When he later encountered Lobo entangled in a trap, he was unable to finish his job. Instead, he stayed with Lobo until he had passed. Seton would later return home and write a book detailing his encounter with Lobo. It was the first of its kind and portrayed the wolf in a very realistic way. It became a hit and started the modern idea of conservation and preservation of the wilderness. This brings us to the final view on the gray wolf, the idea of conservation. As ideas in biology has advanced over the years, it has become obvious that wolves are a keystone species that helps to balance and stabilize their environments. Laws have also been created in many states that protect the wolves and greatly limit the amount that can be hunted each year. Several sanctuaries have also been put in place throughout North America to further protect the wolves and allow for populations to make gains once again. If this positive trend continues, we will soon see the wolf returned to its former glory.